The Last of Us is taking HBO by storm with increasing viewers every week, which apparently almost never happens. And as a fan of the show and the game, I briefly want to talk about it. Just very briefly though. What is up with this Bella Ramsey hate, man? I saw this one behind the scenes photo with Pedro and Bella, and one comment said, jump scare. Oh my god. Dude, come on, this is another human being we're talking about. I myself had a problem with the casting at first, but I just felt like I had to get comfortable with her. And look, she's great, I'm already used to her. There is no point in recasting, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I'm sure you've seen some sort of criticism towards her if you're on the internet. You cannot miss it. There's memes, there's jokes, there's villains. If this list is accurate here, we've seen 60.1% of the show, and with the 2 longest episodes under our belt, it's a perfect time to discuss at this pseudo halfway point. The Last of Us sort of holy moly! The Last of Us sort of snuck up on me in December, and I thought, whoa, that's a month away. I remember the excitement loading up the first episode, and when the theme music came, wow. You know, I think I was squealing like a schoolgirl, but right after that, we get introduced to Sarah, and we have a little minor change. That's okay. Sarah wasn't a blonde white girl. Dun dun dun. I mean, I was a bit confused as to why she was getting so much screen time, but then I remembered. Oh yeah, the TV audience has to warm up to her and fall in love with her because something bad's gonna happen. I was completely blown away though and impressed by the sequence in the car because it is almost scene for scene like the game. It was beautiful to say the least.
Get us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
Tell me you can't stop here. I can't drive
Are you serious? Just keep going!
20 years later, you meet Marlene, Tess, and Ellie. Ellie gets thrown on a wall. Tess and Joel have to escort Ellie to a group of fireflies, and that federal soldier gets beat. Such a strong introduction for fans of the game and newcomers alike. Episode 2. You remember that flashback to Jakarta? A woman got killed, so they brought up a doctor to come check her out, and we find out that the only way to save anybody at all, really, is to blow up the town. I mean city. Ellie has that funny moment in the lobby.
Ding ding! Yes, sir, I would like your finest suite, please.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to check your luggage?
We learned that the infected have a hive mind and don't necessarily spread through spores like in the game. Tess, Joel, and Cargo make their way to the museum where we finally see our first clicker, and man, that was so fun to watch, especially that glass break. That cameraman was like, you got the big old rig, glass breaks. They reach the state house, but Tess is bit, and then Tess gets kissed. And then the state house is blown up. And scene. Episode 3. Yo, this is so fun. This is so fun to do. I'm telling you, I'm having a blast. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you freaking tell? Bill and Frank, you cannot forget this over an hour extravaganza of an episode. It's been a good long time since I played The Last of Us, so my memory of the plot is a little fuzzy. So seriously, every episode that I watch, I find myself Googling details of the game's plot. I genuinely didn't know that Bill and Frank were partners, as Bill puts it in the game, and on my second watch of the episode, I found myself even more sad at the end of their tale. But at the end of it all, Joel and Ellie get their pickup truck, and so we move forward. Episode 4. I saw this one twice, as I pretty much do with every episode, where I catch the first episode with my friends and then the second one with my family. And I liked it more on my second watch, but I still find this whole Kathleen thing a little bit fillery. Now my opinion changes for later on episode 5, but she's not even in the game, but I know they're trying to humanize the villains that we come across. Enough of that though, because we finally get to see Joel and Ellie bond. He starts warming up to her, which is something I've been waiting for. In fact, it's been the only thing I've been looking forward to in the whole show, is the connection that they have and how they interact.
Did you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes.
That is so goddamn stupid.
You laughed, motherfucker.
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
They crash, get ambushed, we see some hullabaloo at an old QZ, and Sam and Henry are teased.
And finally, last night.
If you're watching this, I hope you saw episode 5. I was feeling a little disappointed, man. That thing was dragging a little bit after what felt like a lackluster episode in 4. But hold up. Hold the phone, dude. Episode 5 is why you never judge something until the end. Oh, the house when Joel's providing Overwatch and we see the bloater. Yo, the bloater. That was pretty much the part in the game where Joel is providing Overwatch in the house, but instead of the Fedra soldiers being scattered all over, it was just a couple of infected running towards us. I guess Kathleen and her rebel group being shown didn't really go to waste. I mean, or did it? Friends, we have 4 episodes left, and one of them is about the DLC, Left Behind. I have no idea how they're going to wrap this story up. We essentially have 3 more mainline episodes left, and we've seen the preview for the next episode, which is going to be in the winter when Tommy and Joel reunite. Man, those last 7 minutes didn't record. I gotta redo this. Shit. My memory of plot points is horrendous, but I do remember Joel and Ellie visit a university, I think during the springtime. And there's also that sequence when they're by the dam. There's a waterfall, obviously. It's a multiplayer map. Yo, gamers, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. So incorporating that into the storyline and the ending just has me concerned of how they're gonna do all this in just 2 more episodes. Unless they just switch stuff up. And by switch up stuff, I mean yank it out of the plot. We don't need it. Or how in episode 4, they were supposed to be in Pittsburgh, but they switched the story to they went to Kansas City. Or maybe season 1 doesn't cover all of the first Last of Us game. I would love to spend more time in the plot of the first game, but that's not gonna happen. It's already confirmed that season 1 is The Last of Us Part 1. But we can dream. I can dream. If I can dream of a better land. We started out strong, and I hope we just end strong. I've been looking forward to this every week, and I'm just gonna keep saying it. It is a good time to be alive. Life is, cherish your life, man. I never thought I would see a The Last of Us show, which is one of my favorite games. Like what? Even if it was a movie, like how crazy is that? So obviously I script all my videos, and I wrote that. Sorry that this video was lackluster, but you know what? I noticed I laughed a lot, and I just had a good time making it. So a great time is a great video. I love doing this. The lights are nice. The audio is nice. I'm having a good time talking about something I love. So you know what, this video is a success. But that's it for me. I'll catch you in my next video. And if you're watching this lurking, if you're unsubscribed, you just watched a stranger speak for so long. So why don't you just hit that button? And remember, love what you like.